Three primary types of 501c3 organizations. There are three types of 501c3 organizations. Number 1. Public charity. A public charity, identified by the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, as not a private foundation, must obtain at least 1/3 of its donated revenue from a fairly broad base of public support, i.e. directly or indirectly from the general public or from the government. Public support must be fairly broad, not limited to a few individuals or families. It can be from individuals, companies, and/or other public charities. Public charities are defined in the Internal Revenue Code under Sections 509A0 through 509A4. Donations to public charities can be tax deductible to the individual donor up to 60% of the donor's income. In addition, public charities must maintain a governing body that is mostly made up of independent, unrelated individuals. Number 2. Private foundation. A private foundation, sometimes called a non-operating foundation, receives most of its income from investments and endowments. This income is used to support the work of public charities through grants rather than being dispersed directly for charitable activities. They are not required to be publicly supported, so revenue may come from a relatively small number of donors, even single individuals or families. Private foundations are defined in the Internal Revenue Code under Section 509A as 501c3 organizations, which do not qualify as public charities. Donations to private foundations can be tax deductible to the individual donor up to 30% of the donor's income. Administration of a private establishment can be considerably more firmly held than in a public charity. Number 3. Private operating foundation. In general, a private operating foundation is a private foundation that devotes most of its resources to the active conduct of its exempt activities. These associations frequently maintain active programs like open charities. However, they may have traits, for example, close administration, like an establishment. Thus, private working foundations are regularly viewed as half-breeds. The majority of the income must go to the conduct of the program. A private operating foundation is any private foundation that spends in any event 85% of its balanced net gain or is base speculation return, whichever is less, straightforwardly for the conduct of exempt activities. On top of that, the foundation has to meet one of the following tests: the assets test, the endowment test, the support test. Also, contributions to private operating foundations, as described in Internal Revenue Code, IRS, Section 4942J3, are deductible by the donors to the extent of 50% of the donor's adjusted gross income.